Hello, everybody. Sajin's Gamertag here, or if you've been following the lore and stuff, just the gee guy behind the scenes, or what I use to escape the screen. Um, just going to leave all that aside and just give a update on things, um, for the moment, if you'll allow me to. So on the positive side, this has been an enormous year for the channel. That cannot be overstated. Reached affiliate. I've completely rebranded and transformed and everything with all the PNG Tuber stuff. And after the Evo motivations this week, this year, sorry, I finally convinced myself to actually try and make my first steps into the competitive scenes with a couple games and doing that, really really big steps for me, with this channel and gaming in general this year. um and I thank all you guys for sticking with me through this journey and helping me out as much as you have, with just viewership and just hanging out in the Twitch streams and what have you. And I'm very thankful for all of that. And it's just been, as far as the channel itself is going, it's been an incredible year, and I wouldn't change anything about that. Um, on the negative side of things, well, let me first go into. Sorry, I'm kind of a mess, but it's because I'm kind of a mess right now. Let me go into the channel stuff first. Um, it's kind of a big year for another reason, as if I didn't have enough reasons already. But apparently, the channel's very first Halloween special was 10 years ago at this point in 2015. So, as kind of a unintentional 10-year anniversary of that, what I'm doing this year for Halloween, instead of a few trying out a few new games and stuff, I'm doing what's been called the From the Grave special. So all October on Twitch and eventually on YouTube here, I'm going to be playing a bunch of games that I've either played once on stream, a while back and am returning to, or it's a game that I played a little bit back in the day and haven't played in a while, so I'm bringing it back. And that could mean some stuff that's new to the stream as well, but it's not necessarily new to me. But it's a bunch of older games that I haven't played in a while, regardless. And it might be new stuff to you, it might not. But yeah, I've got way too many games lined up. I don't know how I'm going to get to all of them. Probably going to have some double up nights, but that is starting tonight, October 1st, on my Twitch account, if you're interested to see how that is going to go. And I very much look forward to having people there. Halloween has consistently been a big thing on the channel for a few years now. I kind of want to keep that going. It's going to be very different this year with the PNG Tuber stuff. I maybe didn't put as much into it as I should have. Like, I should have thought to get a costume or something for the character, and I just really didn't, and I don't know why. But I'm gonna try and do some stuff regardless, and it should be a lot of fun, and I hope to see you guys there. Um, Now, on the negative side of things, um, speaking of anniversaries, it's also been a year ago today. I was laid off from my employer last year. So I have been unemployed for an entire year at this point. And fortunately, I've been able to get by a decently long time thanks to the PTO and stuff from the employer that was paid out initially, unemployment funds that I had received for about 6 months, stuff from family and friends at times, and getting our full safety deposit back from our previous house, and that was very helpful. And also just the savings that I've had built up before that, which thank God that I had savings built up for this. That's been getting me through a lot, but by the end of this month, my savings are going to be completely depleted. As far as I know, unless I do take a couple other drastic decisions, I could potentially be completely out of money if things don't improve. So, I did check my options a little earlier this week. I do have some other things that I could do. This would have been a lot more of a desperate plea if I hadn't checked those, to be honest. But I have potentially unemployment is refreshing a little more than halfway into this month, and I could potentially reapply for unemployment. Whether or not that would get approved is up in the air, but it's a possibility. And another thing, if I absolutely need to, is take out money early from a 401k or something, but there are penalties and stuff associated with that. And it's kind of a last resort. But and now I do want to qualify this as like no matter what, I'm okay. I'm not gonna be like put out on the street or anything. I have friends or family members that would take me in if it absolutely came to it. Um, the thing with that is, it's not really something I want to have to resort to, and if I do go with that, it might mean that I may have to stop doing this for a period of time, and I don't really want to because it's there. I have absolutely no burnout or anything whatsoever when it comes to the channel right now. Um, and it's like it's things that I want to keep doing because I really enjoy hanging out with you guys and putting these videos up. It's, as I've said multiple times on stream, it's like the only thing that's making sense in this world right now. And this whole unemployment situation, not to mention all the political shit that's going on, are big reasons behind that. But yeah, I'm not going to be out on the street regardless of what happens, but the the consistency with which I put out content could be in jeopardy if things don't improve. And also, I just like to not have to worry about money anymore. That would be nice because this has been a cloud that's been hanging over my head for a year, and and believe me, I'm trying to look for stuff. I have 3 things in the pipeline right now that I'm just waiting on responses for, and it's just taking forever, and I don't know whether to just move on and apply to other stuff, but I really want these things to work out, and whenever it just I don't want to like give up on those and get something else that responds first and then they come back and then they're like, oh. But it's a dire, it's starting to become a dire situation money wise. And so what I've done, what this is all leading to is I've set up a Ko-fi account, which is now linked to all of my socials, my YouTube, Twitch, and Blue Sky accounts. All have the link posted for it. I'm going to start putting it under videos and streams and stuff too, and I'm going to start plugging it, just so you're aware. If you'd like to help the cause, I would need like a full 1,000 to get me through a whole other month, I think, but any little bit would help me with smaller payments and just keeping things up the way that I'm supposed to, or the way that I'd like to, and just keep doing what I'm doing. If you like any of what I'm doing or like the stuff that's going to be happening this month as we proceed into it, do consider donating if you can. I don't want to pressure you guys too much. And as I mentioned, I've given the full disclaimer qualifying that it could be more drastic of a situation, but it could also be less drastic of a situation. But yeah, that's basically everything. The long and short of it is, on stream, this is going to be a really fun month. If you've been enjoying what I've been doing so far, or just returning for October, maybe that's a possibility. But gonna play a lot. I'm very, very excited. Play a lot of fun games this year. And I didn't mention it's all leading up to one game at the end of this month that is brand new to me. It's not necessarily a new game, but I've never played it before. And I'd like to think I have something big enough for like cult following enough to warrant that. But yeah, so a bunch of games that I'm semi-familiar with and then I'm bringing back. And then at the end of this month, it's going to be a game that's brand new to me. So this month's going to be a lot of fun. And then next month could be not so fun if things don't improve. But I'm continuing to try on my end and find stuff. I set up the Ko-fi for donations if you guys are willing to help out. I would really appreciate it. But as I've said before, I already appreciate everything that you guys have done for me so much. Regardless of what happens, this has been the best year ever for this channel, and I thank everyone for the support, whatever form it takes. I just want to keep doing what I'm doing, and I want to stop worrying about everything else. Don't we all? That's it. But thanks so much for taking the time to watch this, and I hope you're looking forward to what this month brings. All right. See you tonight.